Ciao guys and welcome back to Board Wipe. This is Zepho and today we're finally bringing you something you asked for in the last few videos. I'm talking about the Water Automaton Tonoris deck profile that some of you asked for. If you don't remember which is it, just watch this video. Or here, I don't know where it is. Or if I remember to put it in the description. Jokes aside, let's get straight into the deck profile. And so here we are with Paco's decklist. Without further ado, Paco, speak for yourself. Let us know your decklist and what you played and why you played it.
Okay, so basically this is Tonoris Water Automaton Allies. What's so special about this deck? For starters, it's an aggro deck. You'll find yourself most of the times at level 1 only. You'll play the first 3-4 turns of your match with your spirit, and then you'll level up into Tonoris when you feel you need to protect your allies. Let's start with the cards. So, we have Alive War Priestess, which is basically one of the strongest minion for Guardian. And basically it's a 2-3 that can heal yourself for 2 if you have 4 cards in your memory, which is pretty good. Let's say that the 2-3 stat is the best stat line for allies. Then we have Snow Fairy, which I play at 2 because I need it, but at the same time I don't want to see it in my starting hand. It's a good targeter. I won't say removal, but it's good for resting allies that have taunt or intercept, like, I don't know, Stalwart Shieldmate or Swift Recruit. So it's especially good against Sylvie because of high stat slimes, like the Lustro Slime, which can reach like 8 health or so. So if you can just use 3 cards, summon Snow Fairy, and rest it for the rest of the game, and I guess you're fine.
Yeah,
then we have.
I see.
Yeah, I don't know how to kill that thing, and Snow Fairy is just the best answer I have.
Yeah, because we tried to play some Sylvie in the last days, and I don't know how I just made a Lustrous of. What was it?
It was 5-10.
12. No.
12.
Yeah.
5-12.
It's insane, that card.
5-12
Anyway.
slime with taunt. What? Okay. Then we have Freezing Gale, which is one of the strongest cards of the deck. It's super strong against champions like Diana or Lorraine or Merlin, because it's not strong because of the 2 damage it deals, but for the fact that that unit can't wake up during the controller next wake up phase, which is huge. It's not super strong against all decks, but it's a good staple in water decks.
It kills fairies, by the way.
Yeah, it kills fairies because it's a 2 damage spell. Then we have Lunette, I don't know how to pronounce her, but it's good against aggro decks. Same thing as the fairy, it's at 2 in my deck. You don't want to see her in your starting hand, but it's cool to have. Then we have the best ally of the format.
I fucking hate this card.
Which is Charge Mannequin. It's just like the Imperial Recruit, but better.
Yeah.
And that's because Mercurial Art exists.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that later. But basically, it's a 1-3 cost 2 ally that becomes 2-3 when a power cell is in your field, which is extremely good.
It's your main attacker, I mean.
Yeah, it's my main attacker. Then we have some staples, like the Free Fracturize, which is good against, as always, Diana, or I don't know.
It's strong against Tristan.
It's strong against Tristan because of her new
Weapon.
New weapon, yeah, the new knife, the new Umbra knife. It's super strong, and you have to fracturize it in the instant it touches the field. So Fracturize is super good against those decks, but it's super good to use on our power cells too. Because, okay, you're going to generate a lot of power cell, and we're gonna see why. And using Fracturize on your power cell grants you a floating memory and a fractal, so it's pretty good.
Why 3 and not 4?
Mainly because Water Viridian Trinket exists, and I think that I don't get a 4. I usually play 3 Fracturize, 3 Frostbind, and 3 Song of Frost, which is a good ratio, I think. Then we have the 2 Hypothermia. So, I did not play Hypothermia during the tournament, but I think it's a nice addition because it doesn't deal damage. It just gets -4 on the health of the target, so you can prevent it in any way. It's good for stealth target, it's good against slimes, because it's not damage. Then we have another stronger ally, which is Atmos. In order to summon Atmos, you have to sacrifice a power cell, but it has Spell Shroud, and it gives one attack to all other automaton allies you control. So, if you have Atmos and Charge Mannequin at the same time on the field, Charge Mannequin is basically free, which is huge.
At least she's a unique ally.
Yeah, she's a unique ally, so you can have multiple copies of her on the field. Thank God, I guess. Then we have another staple, which is the Stalwart Shieldmate. Taunt, Floating Memory, good card in general. I don't see why I don't want to play it. Then we have arguably the strongest card of the deck, which is Soul Converter, which is a 0/3 that says that during your end phase, summon a power cell, and it's strong. It's really strong.
Huge alone.
So in a meta where Stifling Trap is played in every win deck and stops on enter effects, Soul Converter just says, I don't care, my effect activates in the end phase.
Yeah, and you get a buff for the next turn,
And
so...
the strongest thing is that Soul Converter is not a unique ally. You can have multiple copies, and each copy will spawn a power cell during your end phase. Then we have another staple, which is Imperial Recruit. I still play here because it's good. Not as good as the Charge Mannequin, but it's a good body on the field. Then we have Sea Sprite Diver, which is good for two reasons. The first one is that it's just a banish, so you can remove Floating Memory from your opponent's graveyard, or fire card if you want, I don't know. The second thing is that it's a Ranger Automaton.
Another one.
Another Automaton, yeah. So she receives a buff from Atmos. Then we have for Froststorm Paladin, the best aggro water minion, I guess. 2 copies of Corazi Trapper, which is always good, I guess. I mean, it's a -3 on the target attack, which can protect you from cleaves or high damage attacks in general.
How many cleaves you survived because of this card? I still remember each of them.
I do too. Then we have probably, okay, it's strong, but this is Overlord Mark III, which you have to sacrifice 4 power cell in order to summon it and use 4 cards. But it has Intercept, Spell Shroud, Steadfast, and True Sight, which is huge. Not only that, at the beginning of my end phase, I can banish an automaton card from my graveyard. It gets a buff counter, and I draw a card. Same thing for Snow Fairy and Lunete. I play 2 copies of it because I don't want to see it in my starting hand, but I want to see it later. It's a good card, it's not a win condition, and that's all, I guess. Strong card. 5/5 body that is literally untouchable. Then we have Free Song of Frost, which is basically water staples, I guess. And Harvester Mark II. This is a unique ally. It's a 1/2 ally that costs a free card, and its effect is basically Automaton gains on death summon a power cell token.
Yeah, this card is strong.
Which is really strong, and that's why it's a unique ally. We have then Manufacture Cell, which is basically summon a power cell and draw a card. The main combo of the deck is summon Charge Mannequin, activate Manufacture Cell, you get a power cell and another card. And on the first turn, Charge Mannequin becomes a 2/3 ally, for free, basically. And then we have the 3 copies of Frostbind. Let's talk about the material deck. First card is the new card that also gives the name to the set, which is Mercurial Art. Mercurial Art gives put a buff counter on target automaton allies you control on enter. What's so strong about this? It's good for the buff counter, but Mercurial Art is a power cell. So if your Charge Mannequin survives 1 turn, during the next materialization phase, you just summon Mercurial Art, and Charge Mannequin becomes a 3/4, which is stupid.
Yeah.
I don't know. Then we have some Guardian staple, like a Bulwark Sword and Ornamental Greatsword, and obviously Spirit of Water, Tonoris level 1 and Tonoris level 2. Then we have Backup Charger, which is, I don't know what to materialize. I'll just materialize Backup Charger. It's
GCR.
good card. Then we have the Free Resonance Bubble, because we can play all 3 of them. And the last 2 staples are Tariff Ring, because why not? It's good, especially against Tristan, because it literally stops the Tristan OTK, and that's it, I guess.
Okay, I'll just say thank you, Paco, for your deck list, and I hope everybody else enjoyed watching this, and maybe if you want to try it, and let us know in the comments what you think about it, and yeah, we'll see you in the next video.